The WBC arena, we've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Dmitry Bivol. He's 183 centimeters tall, which matches his reach, which is also 183 centimeters. And he'll be facing one of the best to ever do it, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Here comes Dmitry Bivol. Here comes the man that beat down Canelo in Las Vegas, the fighter of the year in 2022. It's the light heavyweight champ. Watch out for that long, stiff jab. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, fighting out of Kyrgyzstan by way of Russia, presenting the acclaimed light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Dmitry Bivol. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is the night. Everybody's looking forward to this night. The heat, the atmosphere, you could put it in a knife.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. That hook won't score. These two fighters are made for one another. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. One of only 2 men to have beaten Canelo Alvarez. Can Bivol do it again?
Fresh in the memory, especially for Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez knows this man has to beat him. He didn't like the first loss. They're going to do it again.
Perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. They can't get out of the way of that straight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to...
Listen. And there's the bell to start round 2. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Didn't land that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Bivol now, stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? It appears at the moment. Did you see that? We've never seen Bivol hurt quite like this. What's going to happen? He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
You can. What you doing? You switched off completely.
There's the bell for round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Perfect counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. Punch, counter punch. It's all offense all the time. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Bivol in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they have...
Here we go to the 4th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, what a shot! Dmitry Bivol in some serious trouble here. Punch, counter punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of effort being exerted here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is...
You're gonna let him get big round.
On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter shot lands. That time, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Let's talk about Bivol on that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so...
On to the sixth round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. And now Dmitry Bivol is dazed. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. Counter shot lands. drop their guard, they get caught. How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter lands. Punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Nice round. Good round.
And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. That's a scoring cross. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap.
Whoa, Johnny! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down! Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, four. Come to me.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
A perfect counter lands. Well done with that counter shot. Counter punch. These punches coming from every angle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Whoa, Johnny! A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down! A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Bivol now! He's in some trouble! He's got to find a way out! Talk about Alvarez in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Okay, well, you've let him back into the fight.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
That jab misses. Do you believe what we are seeing? A perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And
He's not getting okay.
And there's the bell to start round 10. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Caution being thrown to the wind. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Was going to be a knockdown at least. Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight.
Whoa, Johnny. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. How did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is tough.
Come on,
This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. We were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They exchange punches. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Well done with that counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. We've never seen Canelo in the pound-for-pound king. Canelo is down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.